The library
is open.
I am a gay.
I am a bisexual.
Bottom, sub, pansexual.
Unfortunately gay.
Lesbian's cool. Dyke is even fine. I'm cool. I'm from the 90s.
I am gay. Queen. Goddess.
Queer cartoonist.
I identify as a cis male, Haitian American.
White, gay, transgender, Canadian.
Queer Puerto Rican musician.
Queer, non-binary, Mexican American, human.
I sort of think about identity, gender identity, sexuality as being a constellation, that there are all these different points of input. I work a lot with heterosexual, non-transgender people. So I often have to help them understand that even their sexuality is not fixed.
I think for some people, it could probably be pretty hardwired. But I think for myself, it is a spectrum.
I've myself been on a spectrum. It's not male and female. You know, it's fluid, it's continuous, it's not gay and straight. There are so many levels to this.
For me, it feels pretty hardwired. My Kinsey scale, like I'm just on whatever the most gay is.
You can be anywhere in the scale, you know, from super gay to super straight and then all the in-betweens. I would be on the super gay. I set the beginning of the gay scale.
I would say my sexuality is very fluid and ever evolving. I don't know where I will be in the next year, the next few years. I remember like hearing about these exercises where like a facilitator would create a spectrum essentially for sexuality and would have people stand on different parts of the spectrum depending on what age they were at, and like everyone in the room moved. Whether they identified as straight or gay or queer or whatever, everyone had some movement on that spectrum, which I think is so cool.
A lot of people I date, I feel like, are in a similar masculine place in the spectrum. My femme friends and I do have a joke that, you know, if every masculine person passed away and it was just us in a bunker, we would just trade the baseball hat back and forth. And our sexuality would turn into that. I do think it is a spectrum in that way. And I'm happy to wear the baseball hat if it comes down to it.
My love and my reflection is definitely pansexual, but I still use the bisexual term because I don't want it to be erased from our culture. Bisexuality is not an exclusionary term, and it does not exclude anybody. Sexuality is a spectrum of emotion. I just love people and I want to make out.
Like a spectrum, but kind of hardwired-ish. I'm all about a vibe, but definitely gay. Yeah, I like men.
I did recently hook up with a girl while on Molly.
Based on that experience, do you think your sexuality might evolve?
No.
I'm constantly discovering new aspects of myself. I've chosen to like really remain open in that. I identify very fluidly. My sexuality has changed so much throughout my life, so I can only imagine, like, why would I cap it off now?
Everything is malleable. Everything is shifting and changing. So who knows? It's all like really complicated and messy. And so I guess I don't think about it as being hardwired or a spectrum. It's like far more interesting and complicated than that.
Gay, 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 gay.